Hey, I'm David Penn, founder of Hit Songs Deconstructed, where we provide hit song analysis, masterclasses on hit songwriting, coaching, and more. And my mission is to help you create music that competes at the highest levels through a deeper understanding of the craft behind today's hits. So, let's dive in. Kiss Me is the HSD acronym for Keep It Simple, Singable, and Memorable, and this is at the heart of most hit song melodies. For our Kiss Me case study, we're going to check out the first three sections in Sam Smith and Kim Petras' global smash, Unholy. Hit the top 10 on over 50 charts throughout the world and peaked at number 1 on over 20. Starting with the visualizations, we have the HSD melodic graph with the pitches on the left and the line numbers across the top. So let's take a listen to verse 1 and keep an ear out for how it's adhering to or not adhering to the Kiss Me principle.
Lucky, lucky girl, she got married to a boy like you. She'd kick you out if she ever knew about all the you tell me that you do. Dirty, dirty boy, you know everyone is talking on the scene. I hear them whispering about the places that you've been and how you don't know how to keep your business clean.
Starting with its range, while it spans an octave from G-sharp 3 to G-sharp 4, it's mainly concentrated within a minor third between B3 and D4, which makes it a lot easier for the average listener to sing along to. It features logical, easy-to-follow stagnant, descending, and A&P melodic patterns, the latter of which is the HSD acronym for alternating melodic pattern. We'll get more into that in just a bit. Its motion is mainly stagnant and stepwise, save for those pronounced intervallic leaps of a fifth in lines 1, 3, 5, and 7, which those more limited patterns help to set up and accentuate. And while these leaps are a bit more difficult for the average listener to sing along to, there are a host of benefits for including them. So it helps to grab the listener's attention and hook them in right from the get-go. They provide an infectious splash of color against the more limited melodies that surround them. Their strategic placement on the odd number lines heightens familiarity and memorability. They accentuate key lyrics, and they provide the song with an additional unique quality that furthers its ability to stand out among its contemporaries. So all this is achieved by that simple, alternating melodic pattern. Its lines and phrases are short to moderate in length, each landing at 12 syllables or less. And the melodic and rhythmic segmentation in lines 3, 4, and 7 breaks them into even shorter, easier to digest segments. And lastly, it features easy to lock into eighth and quarter note driven rhythms. So, all in all, the first verse uses every single aspect of the Kiss Me principle to ensure the listener easily connects with and remembers what they're hearing. And when it does deviate with those pronounced leaps, it's balanced by other Kiss Me qualities, including eighth note driven rhythms and easy to follow melodic patterns to ensure the listener remains locked in. And one other thing to note about the verse is its highly effective melodic structure. So it features a very strong balance of repetition and contrast, which, as you know, contributes to both memorability and engagement. So before we move on, let's just briefly talk about prosody and emotional connection. So the combination of stagnant and descending half-step motion bolsters the tense, dark, and secretive connotation of the lyrics, as well as the song's underlying Middle Eastern vibe. And the pronounced A&Ps provide the conversational lyrics with a taunting type quality. Next up is the chorus.
You don't know how to keep your business clean. Mommy don't know that he's getting hot at the body shop, doing something unholy. He sat back while she dropping it. She be popping it. Yeah, she put it down slowly. Oh, we go. He left his kids at home. We go. So he can get that. Mommy don't know that he's getting hot at the body shop, doing something
All right, starting again with range. Compared to the verse, which is mainly concentrated between 3 pitches, so B3 to D4, the chorus sits in a generally higher range as more evenly spread over 6 pitches, so C#4 to A4. So while this makes the chorus, a bit more difficult to sing along to, there is, of course, a rhyme and a reason to it. So number one, helps the chorus to further stand out against the verse, and it takes the sections and the song's emotional impact to a heightened level. Now, helping to balance this deviation from the Kiss Me principle is its logically unfolding ascending, descending, stagnant, and A&P melodic patterns, and the abundant use of stepwise and stagnant motion, save for the pronounced leaps in line 3. And where have we seen these leaps before? The verse. So the inclusion of this A&P motif makes the song even more cohesive, catchy, memorable, as well as interesting due to its changed-up rhythm and new context. And the leaps also help to emphasize the intriguing nonsense and proper lyrical development. O-E-O-E-O, he left his kids at Ho-E-O-E-Om, so he could get that. Looking at the chorus's line and phrase lines, they're on the shorter end of the spectrum, landing at 10 syllables or less. Its rhythms, pretty straightforward, consisting mainly of easy lock into eighth and chord note driven patterns. And like the verse, it features a highly effective melodic structure with an effective balance of repetition and contrast. All right, lastly, looking at prosody between the vocals and the lyrics. If you think about it, it's similar to the verse. So the melodies further accentuate the song's Middle Eastern vibe. The descending motion accentuates the underlying negative connotation of the lyric, which is most notable on the song title hook, Doing Something Unholy, where it descends to its lowest point. And there's, of course, the A&P melodies in line 3, which highlight key lyrics in a taunting type manner. Lastly, we'll check out Kim Petras' second verse, which follows the chorus.
Daddy, daddy, if you wanna drop the attic, give me love, give me Fendi, my Balenciaga, daddy. You gonna need to bag it up, cause I'm spending on Rodeo. You can wish me back it up, I'll be gone in the AM. And he got me Prada, get me Miu Miu like Rihanna. He always call me cause I never cause no drama. And when you want it, baby, I know I got you covered. And when you need it, baby, just jump under the covers.
So in terms of its range, while it spans a fifth, it's mainly concentrated on 1 to 3 pitches in each melody. As you can see, it unfolds in a highly engaging manner from low to high throughout the section. It consists mainly of stagnant melodic patterns, save for the familiar intervallic leaps of a fifth, lines 5 and 6, and helping to prevent them from becoming overly redundant in the scope of the song are the slight melodic, rhythmic, and lyrical change-ups, as well as their new context. Its lines and phrases are relatively lengthy, landing between 13 and 15 syllables. However, the qualities including the leap of a fifth at the beginning of line 2, the melodic change-ups at the end of lines 3 and 4, and the A&P motion in lines 5 and 6 makes them a bit easier to connect with and remember. It features mainly eighth note driven rhythms across the first 6 lines, along with some chord note interspersions that serve to heighten interest and provide subtle segmentation between phrases. And the lines 7 and 8 pick up the pace at the end with the inclusion of some faster paced 16th notes. And lastly, in terms of its melodic structure, like the other sections, it features an effective balance of melodic repetition and contrast. And lastly, in regard to prosody and some of the other things that the melodies achieve, its disparate qualities against the other song's sections achieves a few key things, including heightening interest as the song progresses, calling attention to Kim Petras' feature, and bolstering the point of view shift in the narrative. However, this is balanced by its underlying dark, tense, and Middle Eastern qualities, which is a cohesive thread throughout the entire song. The single pitch concentration provides the section with a subtle hip-hop influence due to its quasi-sung rap qualities, especially in lines 1 and 2. And lastly, the shift in range from low to high across lines, along with the faster-paced rhythms at the end, heightens interest, energy, and tension leading into the final chorus of the song. Thanks for watching. You could download the PDF with the content covered in this video by clicking on the link in the video description. Also, if you enjoyed this technique spotlight, please be sure to let me know by liking this video. And if you have a moment, Please leave a comment with your biggest takeaways. I'd love to know what they are. See you next time.